One of the hottest topics among amateurs, pros, beginners, advanced players in the game is pace of play. How fast, how slow, who's doing what, who's not doing something, all of the mechanics and everything else that it pertains to getting through a round of golf. One of the things you want to note is that some people play faster, some people play slower, but there is a pace. Typically, for par 3s, it's 10 minutes per hole. For par 4s and par 5s, it's 13 to 15 minutes. Pace of play is about the group in the front of you, not behind you. It can be an army behind you. If you're keeping up with the group in the front of you, you're on pace. If you get to a hole and there's no one there, so if we look here, so we see that we have some people on the green and we've come up, we're on pace. If we got to this hole and no one was here, we need to pick it up a little bit. One of the key things about keeping pace of play is the amount of time it takes you to execute your swing. Oftentimes, as beginners, or maybe even intermediate players, we take way too many practice swings. You only need 1, 2 max, and the way to control that as a part of your overall game is to build that into your pre-shot routine. So you should have a pre-shot routine that includes your alignment, your setup, your practice swings, no more than 2, and then your execution of the actual swing. When we talk about pace of play, it is about moving with purpose, but also moving efficiently. So in this scenario, in their golf cart, literally one person hit here, they waited, and they drove for the other person to hit here, right? The reality is that you can move your cart into the middle, moving efficiently, and each individual can go their separate ways. One may get a couple of extra steps on their meters, but that's okay. That just means you're gonna win the challenges, right? Another thing is that when you're the person that's not completely at your ball, so your distance isn't completely accurate via your watch or your GPS, take multiple clubs. That gives you options, and you don't have to spend time walking back and forth, because that negates our word efficiency. Good shot, Lisa. Woo! Get some of that.
Thank you.
And when you think about pace of play, when you get in this particular area, the reality is that you can earn precious seconds, even minutes back, by at the point when you're about 50 yards out. If you have this type of shot, and say your fellow mates are on the green, grab your wedge and your putter and just walk up, right? And remember, you're going to win the step challenge. The key is moving productively, moving with a purpose, and at all times, think about efficiency. Where you're placing the cart, taking multiple clubs so you can make a good decision. So the key is not rushing your shot, but making sure you're moving as you prepare to take your shot. Think about this. Even if it only takes you 1 extra minute on every hole, we have 18 holes. That's 18 extra minutes. Typically in a round of golf, it should take you 13 to 15 minutes for a par 4 or a par 5, 10 minutes for a par 3. So if you have 18 extra minutes, that means you are 2 holes behind and you're not on the pace of play. All right? My name is Ashaunta Epps, and I'm an LPGA golf professional with the Purpose Win Golf in Charlotte, North Carolina. Be sure to tune in to KPMG Women's PGA Championship Clinics for all your hints and tips for a great round of golf. Until next time, I'm out.